Hello everybody, today we're going to be doing another garden update video, and this one is going to be a my garden in October video. It is currently the 3rd of October, so Friday, and we were supposed to have a big storm today, but we've completely missed it. We've had some rain, but other than that we've been alright, thankfully. So I just thought it would be a nice time to show you what my gardening is doing now. So we've just seen some figs, and I think that is the only fig that we've got in the garden, and this is our corn. So as you can see, it is going very brown and drying out a lot, and I don't know if we should start harvesting it because I think that the hair on the corn is supposed to be brown, but we're not at that stage yet, so I'm not really sure. Speaking of brown, my sequoia is going brown. I don't know what is wrong with it, but this one is my biggest one and my favorite, and this one is still looking very healthy, so I'm incredibly happy about that. Hopefully the other one survives and replenishes itself next spring. This is our 3rd sequoia out of I think 16, and I just love the sequoias. They are fantastic, but as well as the trees we've also got some flowers. These are dahlias, so we've not got many flowers left, but these are some of the lucky ones that have still lasted. We've got a lot of peonies, a lot of very young peonies that we only got this year, and this is an avocado. I think it's really cool. So the avocados do stay outside most of the year, but they will have to be brought in this kind of season. That is a second avocado right there, and it is too cold for them outside in the winter. This is a Nordman fir, and I got it I think last year for Christmas, maybe the year before, and it needs to be repotted, but I'm very excited for that this year because I have some very exciting December plans for it. Here are some tomatoes. This tomato plant just exploded. It's got loads of tomatoes. I don't know if they're going to ripen or not, but that's something to watch out for. I can't think of what these flowers are called, but I think they're gorgeous. They're such a beautifully vibrant colour. And next to them we have some celeriac, and I don't know if these have actually grown as they should have because they are a root vegetable. They're under the soil. I can't see them, so I don't really know what to expect or when to harvest them, so I'm just going to leave it to it and then just see what happens, and then hopefully they'll tell me when they need to be harvested. Here's my eucalyptus. That is going to be repotted soon, so look forward to that video, I suppose. Here is my biggest fig tree. I bought this from B&Q for about £50 or £49, and it dropped all of its leaves when we first got it, but some of them are coming back now, so that is a really good sign. I thought I had shocked it and that it had perished, but it hasn't, so that's a really good thing. Here we've got some new hollyhock flowers, which is quite exciting. We had a lot this year and some more have come back. I think that because we had a very long hot summer, so I think maybe that the flowers have just had a second go at it. And we've got these really kind of deep reddy kind of purpley colours, like a wine colour, and then further up we've got a more cream colour, and I think they're really pretty. I've harvested a lot of the seeds, so they will be planted again next year, and I may even get some different colours just to add some variety into the garden. Here is my blue spruce, and this is a really cool tree. I repotted it the other day and I did film that, but I'm not sure if I'm going to post it. I might wait for repotting the rest of them. And the blue spruce, unlike the Nordman fir, is very spiky, so that was quite the experience to repot it because I somehow refused to wear gloves, so it was quite painful at times, but it's fine. It's repotted and it should be happy in that for a few years now. We've got some new rose heads and rose buds coming up, which is also exciting, much like the hollyhock. I think it's due to the very long summer we had. This is my nectarine tree, and the leaves are starting to turn orangey red because it is coming to the end of the growing season. Due to that, we've got some pears, and these are commis pears, I believe, which are a cooking pear, and I love pears, and I'm very much excited to start poaching these because I've never cooked with these before. This is the first year the tree has actually had fruit that's being big enough to use and cook, so it's very exciting. These will be harvested by the end of October, and I will share that with you, because much like the commis pears, we've also got a lot of conference pears, and these are just a normal eating pear that you tend to get in the supermarkets, and they are pretty small this year, but they are looking fabulous. And as well as in the pear pot, we've got some sunflowers which haven't come out yet, but they're really cool too. But as you can see from these different shots, you can see that we've got lots and lots of conference pears. I'm not 100% what I'm going to do with them all yet. I think we're going to give some away. We've got some family that will take some pears. I'm going to try and make chutney maybe, but we've also can make pies. I baked them into banana bread the other day, and you didn't really taste them, but they added a lot of moisture. And as well as the pears that are going to be cooked, we've got some Bramley apples, and they are enormous, and it is so cool. Last year we only had 5 Bramley apples. This year we've got quite a few, and they are really, really big. So we've got some really big pears, and we've got some really big apples. So I may be very, very busy in the coming weeks, cooking or baking or just making chutneys or jams, anything. So that's going to be really, really fun. Much like some of the other fruit trees, the Bramley apple is going to be repotted this year, because this pot just simply isn't big enough to contain the tree and the amount of fruit that it is starting to produce. As well as that, it is going to be supported a lot more. You can see a lot of string on this tree, and it's not ideal, but it is sufficient for now, which is the most important thing. But yeah, here's another angle, and you can see more of the apples, more of the pears, and you can start to see why we are needing a lot more infrastructure around these trees to hold them up. The branches are very heavy, and I'm worried they're going to break. But moving on from those, we've got this old cherry tree, and this cherry tree is quite a few years old. We ripped it out of the ground, and it's doing pretty well. Here's another Nordman fir. We repotted that one the other week. I didn't record that, unfortunately. I did it with my mum quite late in the evening, so we needed to get it done before the darkness came. So that unfortunately won't be shown. But here is some just miscellaneous plants that we've got. So we've got a lot of rosemary sprigs. We've got a rose bush in the back here. We've got a blueberry bush. And then down at the bottom, oh, here is another apple tree. This is a Braeburn apple tree, and Braeburn apples are superior. If you're ever looking for an eating apple and you've not tried Braeburn, try Braeburn. They're really, really good. As well as those, we've got some more sequoias. So these are in a lot smaller pots, and this will be again rectified in autumn and winter when the trees are more dormant, just because they don't get shocked as much if you transplant them in the winter. So that is the plan for those. I've just got to find a place for all of these pots, because it is getting very busy in this garden. As I said earlier, we've got some more roses. They are strawberry plants, and then we've got some blueberry bushes, and here is the collection, or most of our fruit trees. So most of the fruit trees are here, and they live together in this kind of little cul-de-sac of the garden. Again, they're going to be repotted, or at least having more compost added to them and more manure added to them to help them up, because they are struggling a bit in these pots. But it is like having a mini orchard in the garden. A lot of them are still very young, so they're not producing much fruit, but they are getting there, and it is quite exciting to see. And this part of the garden is the catio. So this is the enclosed area for the cats, and they absolutely love this area. They're outside all of the time. And we've just got a lot of pots in here, so it's got different trees, different bushes, and they are really having the time of their life in this. Most of the time, if we can't find the cats inside, they're out here. It doesn't matter if it's cold, if it's dark, if it's raining, they are outside. They absolutely love it. So we've also got another Nordman fir in here for them. They like to sit underneath it, because I think it provides a lot of shelter for them, and I think they like the smells and stuff like that they get under there, so that is quite good for them too. In this corner we've got another blackberry bush, which should hopefully produce a lot of fruit soon, which we can then add to the pies. These are some more roses, and I really like this colour of rose. It's like a lilac-y kind of colour, which is quite unusual, but it's absolutely glorious, especially when it is in summer and you've got a whole load of the roses all together. Of course, we are moving into autumn. The tree isn't producing as many flowers as it usually would, but they're still incredibly pretty, and it's nice to have some colour in the garden in the autumn as it gets colder. So this is one of the magnolia trees, which is becoming dormant. This is some peonies that have passed on from the summer. This is another blackberry bush, and then we've got some buddleias, and at the end we have a jasmine tree which is climbing up the side of the catio, which is why it was in there. I'm hoping that it grows quite quickly so it kind of like covers over that side to provide some more shelter for the cats, but also to provide that really nice jasmine scent that I really enjoy. So there's lots to look forward to in the coming months, and this is how it's looking in October. So thank you for watching this video. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and I would love to hear about your gardens down in the comments. Please let me know what you're growing, how you're doing in terms of your winter preparations. I would love to hear about it. So as I said, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye guys.